Shine on. I'm gonna move some vehicles, get some shit out the way. But let's get it. Boom, baby, boom! Rise and shine. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm hosting with the most is Mark Easton. And every morning I get up and I'm blessed to be alive. This is days no different. We're here at Powder Coating Plus, about to get the last load. Taking all week long, getting up early and making something happen. Yeah, look, he's got it pushed out on the other side to not move it. Look at that. This is amazing. We're making moves. And I just saw the what you call them, firefighters just come through, and I thought, man, that's fucking dope, you know, for these guys to be able to jog it up in the morning and have their own private escort. Get them, girl. Get them. See? And then you got someone else jogging it up. We gotta let go our egos. You know, that's the conversation this morning. Is to let go your ego. It's not gonna be easy because your ego is gonna pretend to be your identity, right? Egos are weird like that. Egos show up and pretend to be your friend. Egos show up and say, hey, yeah, you know, let me help you out. I'm gonna make you brave. It's like alcohol. I'm gonna make you brave. I'm gonna make you something that you're not. And we all like to be our egos. We'd all like to be, instead of Robert Paulson, we'd all like to be Tyler Durden. We all like to be Brad Pitt with six-pack abs pulling all the chicks, right? And I'm sure all the chicks want to be super hot, flat abs, and make it work too. And this is where it happens. Wow. Everybody's gone out of business but Powder Coating Plus. I fucking love it. But this is what ends up happening. Growth ends up happening, and you end up seeing yourself, or maybe you never get to see it, but you get to see yourself not as your ego, but as you truly are. And a lot of people never get to see that. I know it'll take me a long time to see it. I'm trying to go for a quick smoke here and avoid the sunshine and the loud ass traffic. But I'm here right here. It's Monday morning, and everybody's up and after it. Everybody's up and driven and making it happen and going after the dollar or chasing a dream. And I thought the thing to do would be to chase who you are, you know, like who you really are, and not who somebody wishes you to be or how you want other people to wish you to be, but how you really are. And I find that to be the talent. I find that to be the hard part, is being able to say, I worked on the hard stuff. You know, I didn't just do the easy stuff. The easy stuff is getting up and going to work. Like, I'm watching people do it right now. They're in a pattern. You know, they go through the pain. They realize that if they go to work, they won't have any pain later, monetarily wise, but might lose their pain the opposite wise. And that's just what we do. We watch some fucking cool shit happen. I want to see this thing get in here. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Big old trick bag. Welcome, Jenga. This is the world that I live in. You know, it's the world you live in, too. Shit, where shit really does go down. It doesn't just happen to us, it happens for us. In our favor, always, you know? That's something I like to get over there to most people. You know? Making shit happen. And the way it happened is to get out of our way. That's it. I've been watching it so many times and times again, but, you know, like versions of ourselves showing up. One version of us is strong and confident, and the other version is full of fear and monkey tail, is full of lack, and we don't know how to act. I didn't know how to act. I didn't deserve a child because I didn't know how to act. I didn't have any act right in me. So therefore the act didn't come right. Feel me on that. Always was so determined at life. You know, I figured like as long as I put in the energy and show up, right? That's all that it takes. But you know, like I know it takes more than showing up. Everybody's showing up to work right now. About how you show up in your head and how you show up to others, and not in a judgmental way because you're not going to please everybody, but in a non-aggressive way where all you do is bleed on people. And that's what I was doing. I was bleeding on people. I didn't know it, you know. I feel like the Fight Club again, you know, just beating up something beautiful, and basically killed all relationships in my life, every piece of love, because of my ego. It wasn't either perfect enough, it didn't have the right bow, just kicking away opportunities and blessings like it ain't a thing. And here we are having to have this conversation because everybody's a thing. Their people, their personalities. I was listening to some self-help books, but you know, they're talking about Nelson Mandela and his dad. He learned two things, you know, would watch. He's a son of a chieftain. And part of it was to the last to speak. He said they did two things, man. Two things every time. One was every time there'd be a circle. Everybody would speak in a circle. And the second thing, I'm going to get over here. Hopefully the signal still works. And the second thing was to be the last to speak. Who would have known? And it only just because it gives the other people the feeling of sleep or speaking. Here we go. I told you they were jogging. I told you they were jogging. Let me jog it up to them. I told you they were jogging. I was like, what the fuck? This morning, they jogged around the whole block. Look at them. They're faster than me. I'm jogging it up. There they go. Firefighter crew. Told you. I was like, look at this. Look at the homies get their own jog up. Their own truck, dog. How cool is that? How cool is that? Super dope, right? And that's what ends up happening. We end up going into a world like that and get competitive, driven, masculine. You know, my spiritual friends, I didn't even do any pickup in the end, truth be told. My thing was just to make myself feel good, and that was selfish. I didn't know about what other people felt. I just figured we are all on our own, you know. The way we do it, how we do it, we're all on our own, right? Oh shit. Another one. Look at this place grow. Last before he was here, this was all filled with shit. Just shit after shit. Construction, cars. See the cars in the background. There's always something. Good morning, guys. So like every time he's grown, like this was all someone else. Now he's got a new heater. It's almost the whole place is just their place, and that's some awesome growth to witness, you know. It's one of those where I just want to witness my own growth. Like, how do I become the best version of myself? How do I undo all these things? And that's why I started doing Saints Addiction, because I was like, I'm addicted to these things. I'm weakening myself. I'm weakening myself by not controlling my ego. The little bitch shows up and says, oh, you're so strong. Look at you. You're so flashy. You said the right things. You flashed your white teeth. You convinced another human of your greatness. And it's just like, what a piss poor sport. I mean, you see it in politics. One minute you're up on the numbers, and the next minute they don't love you no more. It don't matter if you're awesome at politics. Something bad happens, and that's it. We're back down the shit pipe. But I think that's what we do. We only want to just look pretty. We only want to look the part. We don't want to do the work, you know? Like, it's way easier to just put on a fat suit or Spanx or than actually go to the gym and get the results. And that's where I'm living at. Living in a world where all I cared about was results, and my ego killed my results. So then the ego has to go because I still care about results. If anybody else that cares about themselves, anybody else that cares about shine, anybody else that cares about hard work, I'm sure you're going to want results. And that's what we end up doing. We end up looking for results, bro. These guys are packing it in. I'm trying to stay out of the sun. It's fucking hot today. It's my last load. Load in, load out. Felt like a trucker. But that's what we're talking about, really, you know? Load in, load it out. Finding a way to load ourselves in and load our ego out in moments where it wants to protect us. Like I said, I am a candle, and it flickers here and there inside this house, but there are dark places, dark rooms that when reached or near, they tend to shake and vibrate like there's a big monster on the other side. And my monster was always saying, don't fuck with me. I didn't like my childhood. I didn't like being fucked with. I didn't like being fucked with my dad. I didn't like being fucked with by my mom. I didn't like fucked with other people. I don't like people being critical of me. It's what I didn't like. So if I didn't like it, the part of me I didn't like showed up. Here I am, figuring it out, 42 years old, trying to leak it back to everybody because mental health matters. And it's Monday. And everybody's motivated. It's another week. It's the summer, new month. But is there a new approach? Is there a new approach? Is there a new version of you that you haven't seen yet? That's what I wanted to talk about. That's the person that I really wanted to know about, was that new version of themselves. Without the complaints. That's only going to bring the cortisol. You're going to bring morale down and yourself down. Complainers are also talking about the details, not talking about the solutions. This is stuff that I'm reading, bringing it to the forefront, you know. A lot of these people are like that, but the tough part is always going to be the mind, the psychology of it. I mean, think about it. If you don't know that your ego's showing up, it's going to be really hard to separate yourself from it. You know, most of us use our ego as our default personality. That's the way we show up into the world. That's the way we dress ourselves. It's the shoes we buy, the clothes. It's our identity. And we feel like we got to show up every time and say, yo, I'm goth. No, I can't wear a white shirt. I got to wear a black shirt. Why? Because my ego said so. Okay, got you. Well, even the lieutenant, tough, what's her face? Tough. Not a drill sergeant, but pure lesbian, butch lesbian, dyke. Gotta say what it is. She's a parole officer. That's what it is. Federal parole officer for prisoners. And she still was a no bullshit man. But she wore a dress the other day for the grand opening. You know what I'm saying? You gotta play the part. So most of the days you're jeans and shorts, but one day you'll get to wear a dress too. Just once. You know, it might not be you. Your ego might scream, nah. But for once, say you could be nice. For once, she could wear a dress. And for once, we don't have to let our ego show up. For once, we don't have to take the same path. I keep talking about this path, but there's a consciousness where we just go, head down, chin to the chest, and just right down the same fucking snow path, bro. And I'm hoping that people rise up one day and lift their chin and look around and see the directions they've been walking in and see the paths that they've been taking and go, why am I here? Why is this my path? That's a strict question everybody has to ask themselves. The times we get to sit still without stimulus, without parties, without alcohols, without the fake shit, you can actually talk to yourself. Real talk. You can actually get some real talk and talk to yourself and just go, okay, well, we didn't like how that went. What are we going to fix now? You know, if you play the victim, you won't get a solution. You'll always get the blame, which is another form of complaint. But if you get a chance to be accountable, then you hop in the driver's seat. Now you're the Top Gun. You feel me? Now you can steer the boat and start saying, okay, well, we're going to go away from those rocks. We're going to get away from these situations that make us least of ourselves. So it's not easy because it's going to make you feel powerful, like cocaine powerful. It's going to make you feel loose and brave, like liquid courage, like alcohol. You know, it's going to make you feel entitled and demanding, like nicotine. You know, it's going to make you feel inept and apathy when you're on the heroin. So it's just, this stuff is in every one of us. You look around, I'm dead dog serious, and you have your own Snoopy crew or your own fucking, what's his name, Scooby Snacks, you know, that whole Scooby crew. Everybody has like the fat friend that eats their feelings. Everybody has the asshole friends that just says anything is bold. Everyone has what was the chick's name? There used to be a Sex in the City. One's a Carrie, one's a Charlotte. Which one's the Charlotte? Which one's the shy one? Which one's Carrie? Which one's the horny one? Which one's the slutty one? We can all be all things. I think that's what's really interesting. It's like, we might have that friend that's shy and be super freaky and we don't even know it. Oh, this is purple too. Ow. Oh. And that's just the truth of it. So, you know, getting to the truth of it, that's what Saints Addiction's all about. Not denying or lying, but to be real about it. Be like, man, I'm fucking fragile, bro. I don't have all the answers. Oh shit, here we go. I said it yesterday, I don't have all the answers. But I'm willing to try. Ah, they put the front on the edge. Nice, smart. Sweet. Let's watch these skills. How to get in. Oh shit, there's two of them. Oh, they're gonna both do it in tandem. Ah, I thought he was gonna wheel it from the outside in. Check this out. Smooth, baby. Smooth. Positionings. I burnt my lip. Little edge work. He's got the long forks here. He's got the angle there. That's fucking dope. This is like a complicated. It ain't even 7 a.m. and they're already doing Jenga. Metal Jenga. Look at this thing. Wow. Okay. Well, that's what we gonna do today. You gonna do today, boys. Ready? He's gonna be his ears. Oh shit, he doesn't have the muscles. Oh, here we go. It's fucking dope. Now he's gotta lift it in, back it in, the legs. There you go. There it is. That's fucking dope. And then use it as a front steer. How fucking cool is that? Wow. Complicating, isn't it? Separating yourself. Part of you steering, part of you's reversing. You both want the same thing. That's what life looks like. It's easier for us to do it on here. Not one of these men are thinking about their egos right now. Maybe with the camera in front of them, but not one of them is fixing their hair or pivoting. If you're fixing your hair, you're completely out of ego. You know, if you don't haven't figured it out yet, you know, it's all about getting into out of your mind. You know, not like out of your mind like with alcohol, but like out of your mind as in the way you live, and get out of that place where you have to defend yourself, or the worst part of you shows up, or you gotta constantly fix and primp and doing all that shit. That stuff's gotta go. That stuff's gotta go. And we live on it. We live on it. We live every day in our minds, but yet we play tug of war with ourselves every morning. Should I stay or should I go now? What should I wear? How do I feel? You know, ego, and it kind of checks in. It takes a while because you just exist if you let it. You know, before you get jealous, you know, before you do some social media shit. That's what we do in our heads. We have this ability to be like check in clear or check in complicated, and that's what I've been noticing is I just complicated my life. I thought it was just by doing the hard work or making enough money that it was enough, and it turns out it's not enough. It's never enough, bro. That's not how it works, man. It's the hard work. It's the little, it's the inklings. These guys, they're doing the easy part. They know how to work a forklift. He's just sitting here watching. He's just sitting here watching. I'm just sitting here watching. I'm the one filming. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not having pivots and align and do crazy shit. I'm not doing any of that. Basically, they're just at work, and some of us run to work because that'll pay our bills, and it keeps us away from doing the hard work of talking to ourselves. Isn't that crazy? Like, even prisoners that sit all day don't even talk to themselves the way they should. Whoa. 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 This is a trip. This is a trip. It's just a trip. This is in it. Tight. Doing it tight like a pancake. You know what I mean? I watch some cool shit. People jogging in the morning. You're like, what the fuck? People doing puzzles and shit. I think they should lift at the same time, but what do I know? What do I know? What do I know? That's what I thought the whole time. Wow, they just came up with that. So they both go. And they both go. Same time. That's fucking dope. That's so pretty. This is my forklift operator. He's been helping me all week, and he's a pro. So look at them go. Wow. Solutions, baby. Finding solutions. And that's what we do in the morning, y'all. Every morning, we're waking up, and we're trying to figure it out. And that's what ends up happening. Tug of war with ourselves every morning. Tug of war with ourselves. How am I going to fit this thoughts, these feelings into a small space? How am I going to fit my life into a place that works for me? And that's the question of life. Every morning, aligning ourselves, making sure that we fit complicated shit into a complicated world when our minds and our egos are trying to complicate things and our minds are trying to free ourselves. How awesome is that? How fucking awesome is this? That's what cooperation looks like. So somewhere between your ego's not your amigo, somewhere between your own reality and what you think is happening and what should be happening, somewhere in there is our ability to find ourselves and calm ourselves and figure out a solution. We are puzzle fixers, dude. Hey, good morning. Yeah. We are puzzle fixers, y'all, and that's what it takes, you know? It takes us to fix the puzzles of our minds, you know? Every time there's something in our minds that says, hey, you know, this is my puzzle for the day. This is the thing that's complicated to me, you know, and I'm gonna uncomplicate myself. I'm gonna uncomplicate my life, and I'll figure it out, and so will you. And that's what the morning motivation's all about, is to just figure ourselves out. You know, I've noticed that if I jump to my defense, you know, my mouth gets really sharp. You know, if I feel slighted in any way, you know, I get angry easily. You know, I don't like being made fun of. I don't like being corrected. It's my ego. The ego's like, oh, I'm flawless on the outside. You might be right. It's a total diffuser. And no, I wouldn't figure that out. And it was just like any little thing. Somebody come make fun of my shoes. Now I got to buy new shoes. You know, I see it all the time. I live in Las Vegas. Everybody's spending money they don't have on prices way too high. Good morning, guys. Yes. Getting them early. And that's it. That's the world that I live in. You know, this world where I can either make it easy on myself or I can keep it complicated. And that's what I think I've been doing for a hot minute. Is just I complicate things. My mind overreacts. It's part of the addiction. It's part of stimulus and trying to control my life and control my image and control my emotions, right? And I've been horrible at it. I just let my emotions run where they run. And this last week, it's been one full week. No sugar, baby. No sugar. And it's not easy. You know, it's not easy having some sort of self-control and taking yourself out of the pattern and taking yourself out of the snow path. So, you know, I'm sick of walking the same path. I'm sick of getting the same results. I wanted a family, and that's exactly what I've been working for. It's just goals, touchdowns, wins. You know, I've been taking a lot of losses. Lost a truck, lost a child, lost a relationship. You know, I be losing all the time, and I just didn't want to do that anymore. I didn't want to do that anymore. I didn't want to argue with myself. I didn't want to argue with my mom. I didn't want to have arguments in my relationships and with my friendships. And it was happening a lot. So it's just like, instead of going all the way around and saying who did that and what and you and you know, I'm done blaming. Done blaming. Done being negative. This is the last of it. Just simply put is, I had to learn how to be an instant pacifist. I had to learn how to be a good listener. And for the next couple moments, your boy Saint, you know, he's going to figure it out and how to be the best human he can be. And that's as saintly as we can do it. So, you know, I do this on my heart from the start. You know, I wanted people to be motivated. I wanted them to find the shine in a very dark, complicated world, mostly from our own minds, mostly us making it complicated. So uncomplicate things. Mr. Adam Fridella himself, no, he doesn't complicate shit. Look, that's why he's always smiling. He's never upset. I don't think this man's ever had a day of depression in his life. What's your secret? What's your secret?
Have fun.
Just have fun? This motherfucker. I've known him since high school, and I don't think I've ever seen him sad a day in his life. Always working, always smiling, always making it happen, and that's what we're gonna do today. So on my heart from the start, your boy Marky Saint. Loud trucks, loud gates, metal, stimulus, people, all of it. All of it's happening all at once, and that's what life is gonna be like. You can find your calm CBDs. If you can find yourself, Saint's addiction. If you can be on a mission to be a better person, like just a better person, not making other people better or controlling them, but controlling you and controlling your ego, I promise you benefits galore. I promise you shine, and that's exactly what I'm going to give you right on time. It's your boy Marky saying Saint's Addiction. Peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. Give it to somebody. Love your life. I love my life, and if you buy an I Love My Life shirt, 100% of the proceeds go to Saints Giving, and that's what you are. You're a giver, and you're going to be a Saints giver as soon as you donate, and we give directly to anybody that needs it. Hi, babies! Oh, I'll see you guys on the other side. Dogs on shirts. Peace and love. Ciao.